Hey guys, so this is about the Little Mermaid featuring Halle Bailey. So I went to go see it on June 24th. I took my daughter, and I don't know if my daughter was just tired or what, but my daughter fell asleep. So I couldn't even talk to her about the good things that I saw in the movie. She had just traveled, so I don't know if that's what it's related to. So let's not take that into account. I thought the movie was good. I think Halle Bailey did a good job acting as Little Mermaid. I liked different aspects of the film as far as the diversity. There were so many different cultures mixed in, and I like the animated. They added a little bit of animation, of course, when they were underwater versus there was that live version, just sort of like the Sonic movie. I love the Sonic movie, by the way, the one that has Tika Sumpter in it. I love that movie. Anyway, I think that there was too much focus on race when there was talks of the movie being made and as it was coming out. I think there was too much of a focus on it, and a lot of people said that, why are they doing this? But this movie was actually so this movie originally came out in the 80s, I think 1989. But this movie was actually remade, and I don't know if it's just a YouTube thing or if it was just I don't know. It wasn't remade in the theaters, but there's another version of The Little Mermaid that came out in 2018, and it was a white woman, and I didn't hear anyone complaining about it. I didn't hear any issues regarding that. So I think there was too much of a focus on the fact that the main character, Ariel, who was typically white, now there's a problem. So I didn't think that the focus should be on that. I didn't think that there should have been a focus on that, because it just doesn't matter. I feel like in order for no, not the 1989 cast, the 2023 cast. So I think in order for it to be normalized for, people of color, not just black people, but for people of color to get more opportunities, we have to stop focusing on the fact that this person is of a different race. And I think it was so irrelevant. What I did love about the movie is that it did not seem that they used a lot of makeup with Halle Bailey. And the reason why I think that is significant is because it's a movie that's going to be shown around the world. It highlights the features that a black woman may have, and to help people of other races to accept us, or to accept this race, and to understand that, allow our features to be normalized, basically, and I think once we soften, when we take that approach, when people start to see black women more or black features more, it allows for people to treat us better. So I think that was important, and she looks beautiful, and I loved that aspect. There was someone that approached me and asked me about the movie. I didn't really feel like discussing it because I just felt like it's just a movie. I did not want to discuss the fact that a black woman is playing the main character, because I think these things should just be normalized. I feel like we should no longer be making a big deal about it, because it should be normalized. We should be getting roles. We should be able to play these roles. I think Melissa McCarthy, who played Ursula, she was perfect as Ursula. A big shout out to her. Let's see here. David Diggs was the voice of Sebastian. I think that the voice, so I think it was supposed to be like Jamaican vibes when it comes to Sebastian and Flounder. I think that David did an okay job, but Jacob Tremblay, who was Flounder, and then Aquafina as Scuttle, I think those voiceovers could have been a little bit better. They could have got someone maybe that naturally has that accent so it can sound a little bit better. Let me see. But overall, I don't have anything to say because it was just a remake of The Little Mermaid, and The Little Mermaid was a part of my childhood. So it was basically just a remake of that. I loved when they introduced the sisters, because of course The Little Mermaid had siblings, I think 9 other sisters, and each of them were from different ethnicities, and that was beautiful. I loved that, and it was so beautiful. You had different races there. It was so nice. So with that being said, I think that The Little Mermaid was a nice movie. I think it is important for every culture or every race to see themselves as when we have kids, looking at the media. It's important for them to see themselves so that they can see their future. So my daughter fell asleep, so I don't have a kid's perspective. I thought it was nice. I even cried a little bit. I cried because her dad, she had that issue with her dad. She was very she was strong-headed. She was the one who wandered, didn't really listen. She was very own way, and he was trying to protect her by creating those boundaries. And I cried when I saw her dad appear at her wedding at the end. So it was nice. I think that a lot of people made race the topic of discussion. I think Halle did a really good job, and I like the fact that her features were basically on display. So this allows for other cultures to accept our features and accept that we are people, we're just humans. So that's what I thought. Let me know your comments down below. Thank you for tuning in.